What is going on, everybody out there in YouTube land, out there in podcast land, wherever land that you may be listening, watching this live stream, or just had nothing better to do on a Sunday night than have to listen to this horrible, stinking podcast? Welcome to a brand spanking new episode of Ready, Set, Action Commentaries. Yes, we are doing a Sunday podcast. And we're doing a collaboration, of course, with Mr. Rooftop Mariner. What is going on, my man?
Recovering emotionally from the Mariners failing to sweep. Lots of lost opportunity. Instead of being 2.5 games back from the wild card, they're now 4.5 games back.
Well, we're not going to talk too much about that, but yeah, it's definitely disappointing. But anyway, like I said, welcome to Ready, Set, Action Commentaries. As you can see, we are doing a 2-week journey of the Major League Series. We are doing, of course, starting today with Major League One, the original. Hang on a second. I just got to bring up one quick little thing, and then we can, of course, get started. But anyway, for everybody out there who does not know about Major League, I'm very surprised that you don't know about Major League, because Major League is perhaps one of the greatest baseball films of all time. But we are a little over a minute and a half into this, so let's go ahead and get to it, because this is actually a near 2-hour film. So for everybody out there wondering how to join along with this audio reaction commentary channel, pull up Major League on Amazon Prime or on YouTube, whatever streaming service that you have, or if you have the Blu-ray or DVD, go ahead and put it in, and as soon as it starts to play, pause it at 0 seconds, and as soon as I say ready, set, action, go ahead and press play. So Rooftop, are we all set, my man?
My finger is on the play.
All righty, glad to hear that your finger is all ready. So quiet on the set, ready, set, action.
The iconic Paramount. When I was a kid, I thought that was Mount Everest, unless it really is Mount Everest.
You know, I have no idea exactly what Mountain Paramount was going for, but I don't know. You're absolutely right. And look at this. We got Randy fucking Newman. Doing the intro music.
You got a friend in me.
I was about to say, what is this? Are we doing Toy Story, or are we doing Major League?
Friend in me. Maybe that's how it should start. Maybe I should make a video, merge it all together.
Oh God, you'd get hit with copyright so badly.
Yeah, which is why it's for fun.
Into Cleveland to the lake. Really, I honestly love this intro with Major League, because it's a very simplistic type of opening to this movie, because you figure with a baseball film you're going to see something interesting, and you don't really see. That's the only baseball thing that we saw right there, was that little league place. But we get to see the inner cities of Cleveland.
Get to see the identity of the city, of what they're known for. Very industrial areas.
Very industrial area. So, funny thing about this movie is, none of the stadium shots in this movie took place in Cleveland. The stadium that was actually used for, look at that Bob Uecker.
Bob Uecker, legendary.
Could not have chosen a more perfect broadcaster.
Oh, they're showing all the Cleveland shortcomings.
Yeah, Cleveland. Yeah, look at that. I mean, like, everybody. Jeez, that's a nice little insensitive comic, but yeah, what do you expect?
Nice.
But
this is without even showing the Brown stuff. Oh, Joe Carter when he was an Indian.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, Joe, man, that's kind of funny.
Oh, they're playing some street baseball. Something that we don't even dare to do anymore.
I was gonna say, you can't get street baseball no more. I mean, it's just not
too many cars.
But yeah, so So again, the Indian stadium. I just love how the nun's wearing an Indian's jacket.
And feeding the pigeons.
I was gonna say, like, I love it. Now that's actually really fucking cool right there.
And now they're showing the Cleveland Stadium.
Yeah, they're actually showing the actual Cleveland Stadium and big old Cleveland Indians, and look who's smiling. Big old smiling Chief Wahoo. Man, I
really miss
logo.
the Wahoo.
Everybody
name it the Guardians.
A lot of people miss the Wahoo. Ex-showgirl. Mm-hmm.
Becomes the chief. Oh, here it is. Here comes the meeting.
Margaret Whitten, of course.
Rest in peace.
Mm-hmm. She unfortunately passed away due to after losing her battle with cancer. So it's always terrible. Wait a minute, I'm just noticed. I just noticed that bobblehead on the table. Oh my god!
I didn't know bobbleheads were even a thing in the 80s.
I didn't even know. I was gonna say too. Well, you're a whore.
Well, usually children of the original owner does do poorly. Like,
well, no, but she was just fucking her way to get into just to be able to get the team. Sounds like the Mariners.
Most never had their primes.
I was gonna say
they lost. I think one of those two best players was. I think one of them was Joe Carter. It had to be Joe Carter. I gotta look.
Oh God, yeah, it really did have to be Joe Carter because, Joe Carter. As I'm looking up his stats real quickly.
Then, I love this part. Doesn't look too good. These guys don't look shitty. So fucking good.
And I just love the Japanese groundskeeper. They're shitty.
That's the best part.
So yeah, 1989 was Joe Carter's last year in Cleveland, actually.
So he was traded by the Cleveland Indians to the San Diego Padres for Sandy Alomar, Carlos Baerga, and Chris James.
Huge trade in Indians history. That's a gigantic trade in Indians history.
And then he was traded to the Toronto Blue Jays with Roberto Alomar.
Real quickly, I just noticed that Charlie actually has a Wahoo pin. I just noticed that he's got it.
Didn't even notice that either.
I didn't. How is it take the? You know, the bad part is that it's a red pin, and he's wearing a black suit. So how does anybody miss that? And especially with the smile, that's actually kind of weird.
I mean,
Charlie Sheen
not moving on a whim. Well, the Cleveland Browns did move on a whim, and I think
they did.
Still had lease. It was either a year to year, or they actually had a long-term lease, but he just broke it.
So Charlie Cypher's here playing Charlie right there. He's very well known in his role as Sheriff Lie Brackett in Halloween and Halloween 2. And he also was in Halloween Kills. I mean, back then the Indians were perhaps the joke of the league.
They were.
And this was actually coming. This was when the Mariners were in their, I think,
that's when they were starting to like get it sort of going with Ken Griffey Jr. at the time. Oh, look.
Well, this is Taylor. So this was actually being filmed in 1988. So funnily enough, it was filmed in 1988. So Joe Carter was a year away from and Charlie's just like, fuck these flowers. Tom Berenger playing Jake Taylor, of course.
He said he's hungover.
Dude, what the hell are you doing to that room?
And what about that? Did you notice that chicken in there too?
I would like. Is he? I don't even want to know what he's into. I don't know. James Gammon could not have picked a better actor to play Lou Brown in this movie. And here we are. We got young Charlie Sheen before the AIDS.
Get AIDS?
But he has AIDS, yeah. Look, Gila monster. You know, I actually came across a Gila monster a couple times when I lived in Arizona. Those things are slightly vicious. They are very vicious monitor lizards.
Just a bit. Oh, here comes Jake Taylor out of the taxi.
Oh yeah. And you know, I think this is hilarious because both Charlie Sheen and Tom Berenger were coming off. This was their first ever. We did. Oh my fuck. Pedro Serrano.
The voodoo man with a bad attitude.
Dennis Haysbert. I love him. Dennis Haysbert, I think I'm actually correct on this. Let me make sure.
Speak of, he defected from Cuba, and nothing from Cuba's changed since.
So I think it's hilarious, but Dennis Haysbert has played in the entire Major League Series, but he's also played in another baseball film, a very highly underrated baseball film, might I add.
Which one was it?
Mr. Baseball.
No, never seen it.
You've never seen Mr. Baseball?
No.
Wow.
But there's Roger Dorn, the man who can't field.
Oh my God.
I think he reminds me of Russ Davis. He can hit, but couldn't field.
Here we got Willie Mays Hayes driving up in the most pimped out Rolls Royce. I don't even think that is a Rolls Royce.
The Blade Man.
Of course, Wesley Snipes. But anyway, so like I was saying, so Tom and Charlie were just coming off. They had never done a comedy. They had never done a comedy movie, and Sheen and Tom were just coming off doing the Vietnam War drama Platoon. So I loved how they were teamed back up right away after doing that movie.
Oh, Charlie Sheen. Ricky
Vaughn.
God,
I love this line.
Look at this fucking guy.
My kind of team, Charlie. My kind of team. And Charlie even looks, he's just like, oh shit, what have we done? Now, I always thought this was hilarious. Eddie Harris, Cecil Ross, of course, playing Eddie Harris right here. I always thought that Eddie Harris was a combination of Phil Necro and Gaylord Perry.
Yeah, the Vaseline pitch. The Vaseline ball. It's like Gaylord Perry did the same thing. I think that's what they were literally basing him off of. Oh, look at that. We got the Ricky fact that Roger meeting Jake Taylor. Yeah.
The fact that Roger Dorn dresses like a preppy. Ugh.
No one likes him. I don't know one person that would actually like that character.
I have never met anybody who's actually liked the character Roger Dorn.
He was very forgettable.
Wait a minute. Is Tom wearing a Tecate beard t-shirt? He fucking is. He's wearing a Takeda. Tecate. I think that's how you pronounce it. A Tecate beard t-shirt. that's actually hilarious. How have I never noticed that?
And why does Roger Dorn have a golf set?
Does he look like a golfer?
He looks way more of a golfer than a baseball player. And yes, he deserved to have that little cushy thing stolen from him. And it just looks
okay, you know what? We said this yesterday. I said this yesterday, of course, in the Marks for Death podcast, but do you really want to fuck with somebody who does voodoo? There you go. See,
and who just came from Cuba.
Dorn.
Oh, look at that. The popos.
You know, I'm actually looking at all of these bunk beds, and I'm just like, this is giving me like basic training vibes, because that's exactly how basic. How does he not wake up from that? I'm very
You should have
curious.
woke up from that.
Wow.
Were you ever in the military?
I went to basic training and then I got medically discharged. I got hurt in basic.
Ouch. Oh, he's waking up.
Mm-hmm.
He says he's been cut already.
You know, he actually didn't fire that gun.
No, he didn't.
And I So funnily enough is Duke Temple right there, getting played by Steve Yeager, who was a former professional catcher in the major leagues with the Dodgers, but he also played in his final year. He actually played in 1986. He played for the Mariners. So I think it's kind of funny. We actually got
the team that got the Mariners, Ken Griffey Jr. Oh, and look at Jake Taylor. He says his knees have been getting better. How long will that last?
So, fun thing about Steve Yeager is he was a World Series champion in 1981, and he won the MVP, of course, with the Dodgers.
Look at Steve Yeager.
Nice throw, dude. Shit.
Oh, here's Willie Mays Hayes.
And here's what Ari.
Oh, he messes up with the bat.
For fuck's sakes, dude.
I don't think I've ever achieved doing that, where he flips the bat from the plate.
I've achieved. So here's a fun fact.
Fun fact. His power. There's no power in his bat.
Another fun fact about this movie is that the director said that he practiced popping up like that.
Yeah, I could tell. You could just tell that it was the way he swung.
But Andy Romano, by the way, playing Coach Pepper there.
You owe me 20 push-ups. You know, we need more. We need managers like that. If you mess up in front of everyone, you owe me 20 push-ups.
I do believe. I actually agree. We do need more managers like that. So Andy Romano passed away last year in Sequim, Washington.
Oh man, the one that was doing the practice pitching.
No, Coach Pepper.
Oh,
I just saw all of those all of the promo, or not the promos, but the sponsorships back there, and I saw Domino's Pizza and McDonald's back there.
McDonald's.
You know the bad part is
I'm loving
he's about to break the no pepper. Damn. And the thing about Charlie Sheen in this movie is he was already a ball player. He had baseball experience before, and they said that his fastball topped out at 90 miles an hour. But Charlie Sheen also said,
scene. We got. Oh yes. Come on, Dorm. Get in front of damn.
Don't give me this Olay bullshit.
Hey, I just took one in the eye last year, and I'm not going to lose my sight and my prettiness.
One thing to the commentary though, Rooftop, we don't really repeat the lines. We mostly just commentate on the movie, but it's now the first time I ever I just saw KFC back there. Now they said in a video that every home run that he hit. Dennis actually all of the home runs that Dennis hit, he actually crushed them.
Hit, so they weren't staged, huh?
No, they were not staged.
Oh, here
comes Gaylord Perry's
the curveball. Nope.
Oh.
Tonto.
Oh, here we go. Once again, every manager needs to do this to every stuck-up fucking ball player in baseball. You're not gonna like what he thinks. You know, I need to actually give it to Lou Brown, the fact that he straight up dropped it, pulled his dick out, and just took a piss right there. I felt like he was just ready for it.
And then he gave him that look of get back to work.
Yeah.
I love Lou Brown.
So once again, Charlie Sheen actually took steroids. He said that he took steroids for this role, so that way his arm was a little bit better. Oh God.
Yeah, I know this was cringe. For a guy like me, I go out of my way to not have chest hair. I
See,
just won't do it.
real quickly, that's Gaylord Perry right there, because I know for a fact that Gaylord Perry said in an interview that he used Vaseline and Bardol to get, and Crisco to actually get better grip on the ball.
Yep, I can see Gaylord Perry as a guy that would have chest hair. I can see that.
Oh man. You know, I kind of like think of like how the velocity of how Rick Wild Thing Vaughn has just got such incredible velocity, and you think to the pitchers that Pedro, you're freaking a lot of guys. Now, actually, the first time I ever saw this movie, when I heard the name Pedro Serrano, I thought it said Sorrento, and it immediately took me back to Mariners first baseman. Yeah, Paul Sorrento.
Wasn't exactly the replacement of Tino Martinez, unfortunately.
What are you going to do?
Well, they should have not traded him. But besides the point, now he's doing his little ritual thing.
So real quickly, no bullshit. I actually had a high school teammate who put a Jobu doll in his locker for good luck.
Well, that would be the first person I've ever heard that does voodoo. Oh, the iconic scene. Jesus Christ.
Dude, don't make it in a religious fight. Come on. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna say this: you can drink all the goddamn rum you want. Okay, I ain't going after that shit.
Oh, when I first saw this, I thought was gonna beat the shit out of him.
I thought, dude, the scared look on his face.
It's very bad.
Pedro, Jesus. Now, Sheen also said in an interview when you watch him pitch in these scenes right here, it was right at the beginning when they started filming, when they started training, because he was trying to get the location down. And then he said in an interview that when he had to miss badly on pitches, it was very difficult because he got so used to locating pitches very well. I find that very interesting because, I mean, Charlie Sheen, you know, he perfected his act. Jesus.
You think he could have been a ball player if he really worked into it?
No, I don't believe for a second that he could have been a professional ball player. That's actually not a bad sized python.
The garden snake.
I was going to say, like, there's Willie Mays doing a fucking garter snake. God. You know the funny thing, like he's like pit, like, but garter, like snakes and reptiles. Snakes and reptiles are some of the cleanest animals in the world. Hey, look, they're playing the Mariners.
A wild pitch, and the Mariners scored.
Yay, bro!
It was a bad swing.
Yeah. Oh God!
Took down Jake
Damn!
Taylor. Oh, I love this part.
Oh my God! That's a really, that is a horrible slide when you can't even when your slide can't even make it into the base that you're sliding to.
It was a head first slide.
That's the bad part.
That's why you don't do head first slides. I think head first slides are overrated.
So here's another fun fact. So the production team actually used members of the University of Arizona Wildcats baseball team as extras in a lot of these shots. And the spring training where you see it is actually in Tempe, Arizona, I believe. Can we actually just have a moment of silence for Gentry there? I kind of feel bad for him that he got cut. I really do.
Moment of silence. I don't even know what position he was.
I just love Pedro Serrano and his dumbass voodoo. I also just noticed he's got a Hank Aaron baseball card in his locker. I just noticed that he had a Hank Aaron baseball card in his locker. That's
and
actually
rest in peace to Hank Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
He just didn't want to look
You're
at
an idiot. You're an idiot.
Adidas.
Oh my! Wait a minute!
Colognes.
I completely forgot. Adidas used to make colognes.
Used to.
Yeah, they did. Used to.
That's exactly what
You know
I
what?
did when
Actually,
I got my
I'm not
real
gonna
estate
lie.
license.
Not gonna lie. And Vaughn's got boots on. He took his cleats off and put his boots on.
And the red tag.
Yep, red tag. So Vaughn's been cut. Or so we think.
Oh, here he comes to do the outrage.
I just love it. I love it. I'm going to stick it up your fucking ass.
He throws it at Lou Brown's locker, too. It's even better.
Could you actually imagine if a ball player actually had that happen to him? Like someone played a prank on him and he made a complete ass out of himself in front of his manager? Yeah, you know what? Just kick. Yeah, just kick his ass. Please just kick his ass. No, you were in prison. Just shank his ass.
Fuck one.
All right, that's enough. I love how Lou just straight up told him, shut up. Oh my God. I love it, dude. I love it because even Lou hates Roger Dorn.
He does. Who would love Roger? Even his wife didn't even.
No, the only one who likes Roger Dorn is Eddie. And even he's sort of an asshole.
Here's my other favorite part.
So actually, would you like to know a really interesting fact about this movie? And this is going to surprise Mariners fans. Dave Niehaus was one of the 10 broadcasters who were interviewed for the part. Dave Niehaus.
I love Dave Niehaus. I'm glad that didn't happen. It just wouldn't have fit with Cleveland.
No, look, as much as I love Dave Niehaus, first of all, rest in peace, Dave Niehaus. I think Bob Uecker was the absolute perfect candidate because a lot of Bob Uecker's lines, a lot of his lines are actually improvised. And he's one of those few broadcasters that you can.
What makes it more fitting about the stadium that they're in, is that this was in Milwaukee. This wasn't in Cleveland. So more fitting for Bob Uecker.
Also, I just saw the Miller Lite ad in the right center field, and I just remember all those Miller Lite commercials that he did.
I haven't heard of those Miller Lite commercials in years, or haven't heard of Miller Lite in years.
Oh, man, I love it. You know what, Flick? If you don't like it, you can turn it off.
Oh, man, Flick is really going off. No, Flick. But good to see you, Flick.
Flick.
From Bug's Life.
Son of a bitch. You beat me to it. He actually beat me to it.
You can't hear the movie? Well, exactly.
No, so here's the thing. Well, hold on a sec, Flick. Tell me if you can hear it a little bit, because
we're at the restaurant right now.
Oh my God. You know, that would actually kind of be me in a fancy restaurant. I actually like to dress up fancy, but it's not really me. But anyway, Flick, so here's the thing. This is just an audio reaction podcast. So we can actually hear a little, you can hear a little bit of the audio, but the reason why we don't have it turned up is so that way we don't get hit with copyright. If you would like to watch the movie, just rent it on Prime. Who the fuck does that with champagne? Who takes a sip and swishes it in their mouth like Lister fucking Reen?
I probably would have, because I don't really drink alcohol. Oh, look.
Oh, boy.
Ex-girlfriend.
Does she know that? Rene Russo, by the way.
I like that part where he's
I actually like that. I actually
kick the shit out of him.
I can do a little better. Want me to drag him out of here? Kick the shit out of him?
No, it's good, man.
But no, Rene Russo. So fun fact about Rene Russo. She was born on February 17th, which is the day after my birthday. I think that's funny. Yeah. So again, Flick, like I said, so this is just an audio reaction podcast. If you want to get caught up with us, like I said, either if you have the DVD, go ahead and put it in. Go to the restaurant scene. We're right where Jake is just talking to his girlfriend, or rent it on any streaming service. It doesn't matter. But yeah, I apologize that we're not showing the movie, but this is exactly what this podcast is. It's just an audio reaction. It's not an actual video reaction. Like I said, here down the road, if we get 500 subscribers, we're going to be starting a Patreon account where we will actually put out both an audio reaction and a video reaction. So yeah, I'm pretty sure he doesn't. I'm pretty sure he knows that you're not on the fucking phone, bitch.
Yep,
and I just found
that was the old-fashioned version of ghosting. The whole
I was the old-fashioned way of ghosting.
Which fun fact, I've been ghosted before. It ain't fun.
Haven't all of us guys been ghosted before?
We all have.
We all have been ghosted before. It's not a bad thing. It's just the gals aren't interested in us. But here's the thing, their loss. But want to know something even funnier about Rene Russo right now?
Yeah.
She's 69 years old.
Oh, you.
What the fuck? Shaping with a goddamn Bowie knife.
Roger Dorn is reading for his future.
I hate him. I just hate him.
I hate him more than Cal from Titanic, because he was the other character I was defending out of all movies we were talking about.
See, I actually, you know what? I find that funny, like how you hate Roger Dorn more than you hate Cal.
Because Roger Dorn cheated on his wife. Cal
very,
did
very, 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 very true. Hey, look, a Gatorade. Hey, look, a Gatorade cooler. Hope Jared Kelnick's not in the locker room.
Oh. 3-1 since the injury, though.
I do like how the old times when you can smoke in the locker rooms.
You can still smoke in a casino, though.
Well, yeah. I mean, casinos. Those are casinos, dude.
Well, and the way they filtered all the air is probably what helps too. But I'll say this: Snoqualmie Casino is disgusting.
Snoqualmie and Emerald and the new Emerald Queen are actually really bad.
The Tulalip is good.
Now, I always thought that. Now, I watched a video earlier today of I watched a video earlier today of the making of.
Oh, they're doing a prayer.
Oh my God! Look at that old 7-Up dispensary machine. Dude, did Roger Dorn just crop dust? Have to wake up, bats.
He does not like Jesus one bit. I think he was a Christian at one point, and then he converted because he felt Jesus could not help. Because he did say,
I don't know I don't know exactly what happened. Oh, that just sucks. God dang it.
Oh, it's opening day.
Here we go.
Bob Uecker.
Mr. Bob freaking Uecker. By the way, notice the Jack Daniels bottle with him?
You know, the fun thing about Bob Uecker was he actually was in the World Series when the Cleveland Indians were against the Atlanta Braves. He was in that. Unfortunately, he was just a color commentator, and unfortunately, it was Bob Costas. They should have switched roles on that day.
Man, they really love them Indians, don't they?
Bob Costas was never a play-by-play guy. He never should have been.
No, I agree. Bob Uecker, in my opinion, is one of the greatest play-by-play commentators in baseball. Oh, and I just noticed Charlie's wearing the Chief Wahoo pin as well.
Oh, I love this play. This one's my favorite.
Oh, yeah. This is your favorite line in the whole damn fucking movie, right?
Yep. Everyone loves it. Because I would.
So here we go. Let's see if Flick can hear it real quick. Nice catch, Hayes. Don't ever fucking do it again.
What up, Animal Sanctuary? Thank you very much for the hello. But yeah, I liked when Hayes was like all jacked up, and then when Lou Brown talked him down, he's like, "Oh shit."
First of all, Wesley Snipes is not even that fast. Wow, those are very insensitive people right there.
What are you talking about?
So, by the way, the first baseman right here,
Who Haywood?
Yeah, Haywood, Pete Vukovich, who was a former Major League Baseball player, who was actually a starting pitcher. So he was not.
Yeah,
he was not a ball player, and he actually won the 1982 American League Cy Young
with the Brewers, right? No, not the Brewers. Yeah, with the
Brewers.
Interesting clue, Haywood.
All of his. See, how fucking retarded are you? Really? Like, you really. No, all of those guys are right, you jerk off. You really thought your shoe was untied.
Look at the lack of communication on that.
Oh, my God.
Roger Dorn can't feel.
Oh, for God's sakes, Dorn.
Jake Taylor with a wild throw.
Jesus. Yeah, very
Toronto
nice.
Curveball.
Son of a bitch.
Another miscommunication.
Communicate. You.
That's the thing. There's just not like there's a lack of talent. It's just there's just no communication.
There's no communication whatsoever.
Where's the I got it. You know how I communicate so well? I actually steal pop flies from my own teammates. And some of them actually thank me for it because they know they can't catch.
By the way, Animal, I'm surprised. I'm surprised you're not saying hi to me.
He doesn't know you.
True, but he knows me from the last two podcasts.
Wah. Oh, ball 4, ball 8. No
ball
strikes
12
whatsoever.
My God.
Here comes Clue Haywood. You can't intentionally walk
I love
either.
it.
Oh, us fans, we could relate to that. We were those kind of fans in the dog days. Remember when we were those guys and these two not so fun people were like, we're getting tired of you because you're too loud.
I remember that. So again, fun fact about Pete Vukovich here is that all of his lines that he says in this movie are improvised. Oh boy, that thing is demolished. What do you mean too high? What does that even mean? I like that line. Off the reservation. Thank you very freaking much. What, like, too high?
It is gone.
By the way, he didn't even say that. He did not say that because the lip sync.
So you're saying Clue Haywood's lines there were no scripts, huh?
Yeah, all of Haywood's lines are unscripted.
Oh, that one was definitely on purpose because he's like, screw this.
Okay, you know what? Oh, come on, Oh, did he? He said it was right down the.
Yeah, so he did it on purpose.
Oh man, you know, God, that phantom sense, my spine is feeling that. Why? Okay, real quickly, you guys are talking shit and you're down 8-0. You're down 8-0. You have no room to talk smack.
Yeah. Oh, he took down the light. And that's a fluorescent light bulb, so that's pretty dangerous.
You think he's mad? You think he's mad, though?
Post-game shows brought to you by...
Yeah. Christ, I can't find it. The hell
that explains my live show very well, because I only have one sponsor. This game is brought to you by... I can't find it. The hell with it! Still trying to call his ex-girlfriend.
I mean, you can't blame him.
Yeah, but also he did cheat on her, so that didn't help either.
Yeah.
So he's kind of not an angel on that one, and that's something that they really did miss with those 3 seconds. That he was the one that left her.
So, fun fact about another former major leaguer who was in this game, the Duke, the Yankees relief pitcher at the end of the movie.
Yeah, the closer. Yeah.
Willie Mueller. Only played 2 seasons in baseball. All for the Milwaukee Brewers, and he finished
the Brewers in this movie.
And he finished his career with a 6.14 ERA.
Oh, brutal!
And actually, funnily enough, he's actually currently the pitching coach for Concordia University.
Glad he still is living some part of a dream of baseball.
Also, I just found out that Terry Francona actually had an uncredited role in this movie.
Must have been one of the players.
I think so.
And Terry Francona.
Actually, you know what? No. She's right. You do need to keep your voice down. It's a library.
It is a library.
To speak.
Okay, we've got to talk like this.
You have to speak very, very low. Yeah. Seriously, you have to whisper.
I don't do well in libraries.
Don't. That's a nice kick to the gonads.
Hey, we're still in a library.
Oh, fuck. Yes, we are. We are still in a library.
Well, I'm sorry about that, but I wasn't exactly proud of my situation. Come on, you never thought about me at all while I was gone? Jake, not so loud. What about the...
Seriously, not so loud. You are in a library.
What was I supposed to do? She got me $50. She had a better buy.
Never say that.
Oh, dude.
That's where he fucked up.
I was gonna.
Never
awkward.
Say that. Never.
Awkward.
Say that.
Awkward.
No, you don't say that to your ex-girl going, oh, she had a better body. No, huge no.
No, he said that he was betting her that she did not have a better body than her. Oh, so fun fact about the groundskeepers, though, in this movie, they were a pair of twins, Keith and Kurt Uchiyama. Or Uchima.
Mm-hmm.
What the? You know what? Actually, I'm actually. Oh my God. What is Charlie slugging down? Oh, it's laxatives. He's drinking laxative.
Usually coddling would actually make them play worse.
I was going to say.
So everything that Rachel Phelps was doing made them a stronger team.
Maybe the jetway. Oh my God! Back when Northwest Airlines was still in business.
Yeah, still a thing, man. It just proves how difficult it is to maintain an airline business. It's something I probably would never want to do, even if I had $1 bajillion.
Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me! That old piece of. Sorry, I don't care. And Pedro's going to Jesus. Oh my God. I just realized that Eddie Harris
was reading some porno.
He was reading a Hustler magazine. Speaking of the Brewers.
They're owned by Delta. Northwest Airlines is owned by Delta now.
Oh, that's actually kind of interesting. I used to fly Northwest Airlines so many times in the 90s when me and my family flew.
Was it a good plane?
Okay, you know what? If I was a Major League ball player and he just said that to me, I would have been like, okay, you lost an autograph.
Man, I love bars. Not because of like the drinks necessarily. I love bars because of the food. Because all their food that they have has a personality. Like bars after a softball game is like the best feeling ever. I got to do it more.
I agree. Oh, here we go. Here comes one of the best lines in the entire friggin' movie. One hit.
No one's listening.
No one's listening.
You can't fire Bob Uecker. But at the same time, Tom Brenneman was fired for saying something things.
We're not going to get on that on this podcast. Okay, we're not going to get into that again.
Fair.
But did you actually see that they're taping up the propeller?
Yeah.
Oh my God. How That's cheap burning. Can you get? I still got to give Tom Berenger just so much credit. He's one of the most brilliant. He's one of the best actors around. Yeah. Like, no shame whatsoever. Oh, am I not? Is it just me, or am I not surprised that? Oh, and I just realized, like, look at Lynn's license plate. It says Reed.
Isn't it crazy that this was like the old-fashioned way of following women? Now it's just social media.
Is it? I feel like that the old ways were less creepy.
No, it was more creepy.
No, I feel like it's less creepy because I feel like social media is more creepy.
I guess so.
I mean, that's just me.
Well, it was their level of creepy back then.
Another thing about this movie is it had a really good soundtrack to it. It had a very, very good soundtrack to it. So, for everybody out there, though, that is listening to this podcast, so Anika yesterday chose her movie for next week, and a really cool announcement. If you did not hear it, next Saturday, we are beginning the Back to the Future trilogy.
Oh, are you?
Yes, we are.
Also, I'd like to call dibs on Bug's Life if you ever get an opportunity to do that.
We've already done it.
It's my most favorite Disney movie of all time.
I mean, what the fuck?
What?
Awkward.
Yep.
Awkward as
he has balls.
Hell.
Let's be honest. I would not have any balls to do this with any of my exes.
No, I don't think so.
I just can't do it. And by
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It does not matter who my ex is. I'm not going to her. I'm not going to her house. Come on in for a drink. Sure. Let me rub it in your face.
You know, if this was real life, the guy'd be like, "No, get the fuck out of here." I'm serious. In these movies, these guys that are like the boyfriends, like they are always making the mistake of like, "Oh yeah, come inside." No, it's like get the fuck out. But he didn't want to humiliate himself, I guess.
I was going to say that. Yeah, I agree.
But here's the thing. If it was from anyone that I'm dating, I am willing to humiliate myself just to get a guy out that feels a threat. I am jealous type, so I would have been like, get out.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with actually humiliating yourself just to humiliate somebody else.
Yeah, just for the sake of, I don't know.
Just for the sake of just screwing with them. Okay, first of all, that woman wearing that purple dress, that's a horrible dress, lady, okay? That's just, okay, this is my inner Joan Rivers right here. Okay, that is just absolutely horrible. You look like a fucking Crayola crayon, lady.
Not as bad as the green.
Oh no! Come on, the green's actually better than the purple.
I'm warming up to the purple. We're different people. We're different men for a reason.
Yeah,
Cleveland was so. Guy. What?
The Indians were so bad at that point. Like they're like, I
thought they were gone.
At a team, yeah. Nowadays they do. Was it just
league minimum MLB 1989?
$62,500.
Still pretty good.
So was it just me, or was that purple dress lady trying to whore in on Jake Taylor as when she asked that question of like how much he made?
You have a good point.
Like, was that some gold digger type of vibes right there?
Yeah, gold. And now the league minimum for 2023 is $720,000 annually.
So do you want to know something funny about from 1987 to 1988, the minimum wage for baseball was 62.5 and 62 and a half $1,000 or $62,000 and 500 whatever. And then in 1989 it jumped to $68,000.
It would be $152,000 in today's money.
Not bad. You know what? I don't care. I don't care if I'm a good baseball player or if I'm a great baseball player. I'll take the league minimum any day.
Who wouldn't?
Is it just me, or is her fiance like looking so irritated? What do you mean walk you out? All you have to.
I will say this from personal experience of someone that has made into the six, if you know what that means. All I say to everyone, just be very fucking careful with it, because if you ain't careful, that thing, not saying I made that mistake, but I could just tell. I was like, this is a huge amount of responsibility of having this kind of money. Because real quickly,
I just love that line. He's like, stay away from her. Suck my dick.
I mean, wouldn't we all have said that?
Oh, I would have said it. I would have said a much worse thing. Okay. Is it just me, or it was fashion back in the mid 80s and early 90s just better than what it is today?
Had a higher standard, I will say that. The fashion now is pretty cringe, especially when you go into the generation after me.
You know, real quickly, every time that Charlie Sheen squints, it reminds me of when he used to do that in 2.5 Men. He used to give his mom in the show like the squinty-eyed anger look.
Oh, look, the glasses test. Bad glasses.
Oh, fuck me in the anus sphincter. Jesus. That's not something to brag about. Oh, shut the fuck up, Willie. Oh my God. Willie's an idiot. He doesn't think that eyesight is that important. Well, what about if you try to make a play in center field and you can't see the baseball and it hits you in the face?
Here comes Eddie Harris.
No.
Don't do it, Eddie. Don't you dare.
No,
And plus,
Eddie.
you shouldn't even be drinking before a game anyway.
Eddie.
No, don't.
Do not drink that rum.
He's going to do it. Yep, he just
did it. Oh, you are fucked. You are F-U-C-K capital fucked.
Well, just on the fundamental standpoint, he shouldn't be drinking before a game.
Well, he's not even pitching.
Still, in case of emergencies. And look, he looks all...
Yeah, he looks so confident. Oh, boy, here comes a bad phantom sense.
Karma.
God damn it. Oh, okay. I need... Oh, dude, I think I need at least a couple Tylenol right now. Oh, man, that actually hurt my head. Oh, man, that actually really hurt. And, of course, they're facing... Roger, you jerk. Screw you, Dorn. Oh, look, the old Mariners logo.
The post-Trident ones.
Yeah.
That was during the Alvin Davis era.
That was
Alvin
actually.
Davis and Mark Langston. They were going to be the saviors of the franchise. So Alvin Davis was good. His numbers. He had amazing plate discipline. He walked more than he struck out. Then injuries killed his
career. What universe is anybody on the radio listening to the radio going to believe that crap? Also, I just saw the pile of Miller Lights on Bob Uecker's desk.
I hate waves. I think waves are stupid and annoying.
I agree.
It's just old.
This game should be over by now. He could have had that ball. He tanked it on purpose. This isn't the California Penal League bar with professionals here.
I like how Jake Taylor, he agrees
with
him,
he immediately defends Roger.
No, but he did that to get him to clear his head. He did that on purpose. Because he didn't want him to just keep thinking about Roger Dorn. He just wanted him to focus for the game.
So here's actually a fun fact. All the sweat that you actually see from Charlie Sheen right here is actual sweat, because the day that they were doing this scene in Milwaukee, it got up to 100 degrees, and he ended up
scratching myself all day.
He ended up throwing 67 pitches the whole day. Damn. Man, Jake Taylor was just brutal.
I mean, any baseball player would have felt fooled by that.
Right. Starting to come together, Pepper. Starting to come.
How many times?
Oh, here we go. Hold on a second. I love Charlie.
Oh, here comes Jake Taylor. Angry Jake
here
Taylor.
He comes.
Ooh, that nice.
I'm about to tell Roger Dorn off because he's an asshole.
He is an asshole, not a team player.
I'm not gonna lie.
When kissing other men was not a bad thing.
Oh, please, come on! It's not actually a bad thing. I have friends who are married, and I kiss their wives all the time. They have no issue with it.
I wouldn't do that because everything's just too sensitive in the dating world.
Hey, Roger. Nice place. Yeah, we're still working on it, trying to figure if we want to take this from Oregon or Santa Fe.
What do you mean you're still working on it, dude? You live in a mansion.
I was working on
you live in a mansion in Cleveland. What do you mean? Wait a minute. He acts. I don't know what time of day it is, but I'm willing to bet it's the morning. By the way, I will say this, though. Roger's wearing a really nice day-date Rolex. If there is one watch in the world that I want to own one of these days, one watch, I want a day-date Rolex.
Nah. Oh, he's not. He's talking about himself.
He is such a douche.
He's not a man.
Mm-mm.
He's a man-child. There's no way to defend
You know,
Roger Dorn.
the worst part about Major League 2 was that they actually changed it into a PG-13 movie. Here it comes. Take another play today.
We need more players like that too.
His wife is just like, whoa, what did I walk into? Wahoo Maniacs. I really love what Bob Uecker brought to this movie series. And you want to know the bad part is that after Major League 2, he was in Major League 3. So that means he got demoted from the major leagues to minor league baseball.
That's brutal.
That's horrible as a broadcaster.
Charlie Sheen getting laid.
What else is new? Charlie Sheen getting laid? I you know what? I actually love that logo right there. The old like interesting C
they're
logo.
Still shitty.
Yeah, there's no, I love that logo with the C with Chief Wahoo in it, and hopefully one of these days I can actually grab one of those hats. Well, you know what,
Roger checking out his dick.
Roger, you have nothing to hide. I'm willing to bet you have a tiny dick. God's sakes. I just love James Gammon's voice. Okay, first of all, you touch Willie's afro, then you do a cup check, and then she spanks Pedro's butt. How much of a whore is she? Oh my God. Oh, good.
That's a good quote, though. Your players will just have to get tougher. That's not a bad quote.
You know what? I got really bad. No, I would not have put those arms down, okay? I would not have put those arms down, okay? But no, when I saw... So apparently I found this out, but when she hit Tom on the shoulder and spilt the coffee on his leg, that was his actual reaction. He spilled hot coffee on his leg. Oh, you've got... Oh, no.
The only way to heat up.
That is not a whirlpool.
That's the best they could do.
Vaseline ball. Yep, that's a Gaylord Perry pitch right there, folks. Hey, look who's at the game.
That's exactly why the guy was afraid.
Mm-hmm. Hey, look at her wearing the denim jacket. Okay. I love denim jackets. They're one of the most underrated type of jackets out there, okay?
No one really wears them anymore.
I do.
I don't.
You know,
I never did.
Actually, so the only denim jacket that I own, I actually got from a Ralph Lauren outlet store when I was in Arizona. This is such a great song, by the way.
Wait, have you seen the movie Outriders? Because denim jackets made me think of the movie Outsiders.
Oh, dude, come on, dude! Outsiders is one of perhaps the greatest. One of the greatest movies. Yes, it's definitely a top 100 film of all time.
Have you done a reaction for that yet?
I have not done a reaction to it, and
dibs. Anyways, back.
Oh my god! Yeah. Oh my god! Back when they actually did have bullpen cars. Oh my god! he drove the bullpen car all the way to her place.
That makes them even more obvious,
right? Oh my god! You know, she has a really. Wait a minute, that photo that's on her wall, is that anime or is that a painting?
That's a painting. That's not an anime.
That looks sort of anime.
No. And then Jake Taylor just barges in. You know, this is like completely unrealistic. No
Well,
way
yeah,
this
he
could be
followed
real.
you. He's doing that 1980s creeper style.
Which is now the new level of attractive, I guess. Chad. Jake Taylor is a Chad.
You actually think he's a Chad?
Oh yeah, he's a Chad.
Moving in with Tom. Going uptown, huh? No, not going uptown. Just want to lead a regular life, you know, like an adult, maybe. You think I can't lead a regular life?
Well, maybe not.
The life you've had. You like hanging out with the boys, living in hotels, having girls send you their underwear in the mail.
No, thank you. I don't know what's in their underwear. I don't know if you got. Nope. You know what? I'm not gonna say it because I probably might overstep a boundary. Okay.
Yeah, but you'd obviously been with her. And it happened in front of all of our friends.
That's always an awkward situation. Okay. That's a highly awkward situation.
So many times, Jake. I can't afford to believe it anymore.
So to
Can't
everybody
blame you.
out there who is tuning into this podcast, especially over on Rooftop's channel, you know, big shout out to you guys because, you know, and here's the thing. I've been doing this podcast now for almost 2 years, and I love doing this. I absolutely love doing this. It's so much fun to react and commentate to movies, and it's a very easy podcast to do, but it's also a very fun podcast to do because I actually have a really cool announcement. So here in about a couple months, I think in about 2 months, my fiance will be joining me on the podcast, and we're going to be doing Disney movies together. So I'm really,
that. Oh,
dang!
cheating
Oh, look at Jake Taylor. Jake's getting some action.
cheating. Oh, there goes the clothes.
No, they still got their clothes on.
Ain't gonna last. If Jake Taylor did not read that book,
So wait a minute. This actually is it just me, or is literature a way to get laid now, or back then at least?
back then,
Jesus fucking Christ! That's one way to get a skirt off. Use the old cleats.
and he gets ghosted again.
That kind of sucks. Like you wake up and your girl's not even there.
That's the worst. Not gonna say much.
How about we accept the fact that you're a bitch? Is it just me or Charlie looks so awkward with that dog?
Team bus.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
This is actually safer than the dangerous airplane.
What are you talking about? Safer than no way.
Oh, this is Roger Dorn throwing
You know what?
shade.
How about you fuck the fuck off, Roger? Okay, you're an asshole.
Who would ever?
I just saw what the bus said. It said Indian Express. Oh wow, check it out. Actually, Yankee Stadium's almost empty.
Because they were shit in the 80s.
They really were. They were actually a really bad team in the 80s.
The only players that they had memorable was Don Mattingly and Ricky Henderson and Dave Winfield.
Oh, man, I completely forgot that Ricky Henderson was a Yankee at one point.
Then he got traded back to
Well,
Oakland.
that one I don't think is going to come back. I think that's a home run.
I think so. And I think they actually filmed it at Yankee Stadium too. Makes it even better.
So yeah, they actually did film. So both of those shots that you saw of Yankee Stadium were in actual in-game footage of
Do you have any idea why they didn't film it in the old Cleveland? Was it scheduling issues because you're dealing with the Browns and the Indians?
Dude, real quickly, check out Charlie's tie. He's got the Chief Wahoo pin like right in the middle.
He really loves the Indians.
I actually think he does.
Really cares about the team.
You know, there's a lot of talent on this club, Charlie. Veterans are starting to play back to form, and the rookies are developing.
Except Roger Dorn.
I actually just noticed that Lou's smoking a cigarette.
Oh man, I'm glad I never have that lifestyle of smoking. I could never do it.
Only thing, so the only thing that I will say is I actually do smoke cigars, but I don't. It's not like I smoke them every day. It's like once in a while.
I have a cigar in my safe, just that I got from Puerto Rico, and it's just sitting there doing nothing, waiting for the right moment to use it.
It's probably ruined by now because it hasn't been in a humidor.
So basically, it's just a collectible.
I gotta take you out to a cigar lounge now.
Yeah, I won't. You won't get me for that. I ain't smoking it. Kind of with someone that would not like that and appreciate that at all. So no thanks. So I'm not taking my chances.
You know what? That just shows of just how narcissistic Dorn is. Even me?
Even me?
Asshole. I feel like this was the Mariners last year when they made that run to the playoffs.
Except it happened a lot earlier, and they weren't in really much danger of missing the playoffs that last year, with the exception of June.
Win the whole fucking thing. Not wrong. Yeah. I just saw Pedro like he punched his fist in his hand and a bunch of ashes just flew everywhere. You guys stink. Yeah, they're just like, to put it away. And didn't they say they were 61-61?
Yeah, no, 60. It was like 59-60 or something. Oh, look, Roger Dorn's actually
making plays,
or at least trying to.
I saw so many posts on Instagram with this song.
Oh, look at those bats.
Every time that the Mariners won and moved up in the wild card, they post, like, a bunch of people posted about it. I did the same thing. Nice play.
They're only 4.5 back. They still have a shot.
I think the Mariners, I would love to see more of that. I would love to see more. Could you actually, I'm going to say this. If Julio Rodriguez was to steal home, I think that would be one of the best plays of the entire year.
Shirtless and pantsless.
Can you please put on some underwear? I really don't need to see your cup, dude.
At least wear some briefs. Even though briefs weren't even a thing back then.
Please, for the love of God.
I don't even wear underwear anymore.
I didn't need to know that.
I wear briefs. Oh, American Express finally gave him attention.
Is American Express even a thing anymore?
Yeah, it's still a thing. Still high-end clients still getting those. But fees. I don't think the high fees is worth the benefits. Quote.
I just
stupid airline card.
I love how Rick Vaughn just cuts off the sleeves of everything. Bribe for that little green home run card. But working tenders now. The American Express card. Don't steal home without it.
Imagine if the Indians went on a losing streak after that whole we're contenders now.
That would have been the worst.
Nobody on the Indians is recognizable in there.
No.
That's what bothered me. No, not
Could
the
you-
Sports Illustrated cover. They did dodge the curse, I will say.
Wait a minute. Did you just see that guy with the one glove? Dude, are you
Why did you talk to her?
No, are you
The old guy with the wild thing
No,
shirt.
So the guy who actually had the one glove on, is he Willie Mays Hayes or is he Michael Jackson?
He doesn't look like Michael Jackson. Oh, look at those
But he had
gloves.
one glove on. He only had one glove on. And that's what Michael, that was
I did
MJ's
that before in
thing.
school, and people made fun of me for it.
All I'm seeing in this movie is so much Miller Lite and Miller Genuine Draft beer.
I've never had those beers before.
So I would recommend. So if you're gonna drink a beer, I would actually suggest Miller Lite. It's better taste. Miller Genuine isn't that great anymore.
I can see why nobody.
Hey, look at
recognizes
Roger
them anymore.
Dorn actually getting a fucking hit.
Well, Roger Dorn was actually a good hitter that season.
Does Baseball Reference have a stat? Whoa, that's
They don't.
very insensitive
but
right
hey,
there.
At the end of the show, I would like to gauge how they did in that season. Give our.
I think it would have been. I
imaginary
think it would have been
statistics.
awesome if
Baseball Reference actually had her statistics
Yeah.
for them. Here's my problem with this whole celebratory thing. They should have not done this. They should have not when you're forcing a one-game playoff. You do that after you win.
exactly.
Oh, here it is. Here it is.
Oh boy.
This is where Roger Dorn really shows his. Okay, Roger Dorn's the Chet. How's that? A really bad one.
Yes, Roger. No, I can see that now.
He's worse than Cal. Can we agree with that?
No, I can't.
Cal never cheated.
I don't care. I don't care. Cal is worse than Roger Dorn. And then the worst part about this whole thing is that his wife tried to sabotage the team in the one-game playoff.
It did.
Yeah, Rick. Have a seat. I just wanted to tell you that I'm starting.
Well, what's that noise? I hear something.
What noise? Do you hear it on my side?
No, I probably heard it on mine. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess it's best for the team. Don't read anything into it.
Yeah, they're pitching Gaylord Perry instead of you.
Charlie Sheen did not take that well.
I just wish that all teams had a manager like Lou Brown. I really do.
Mariners could really use one.
Every team could use one.
All the managers are wussies now. Except David Bell. I like David Bell.
David Bell, I actually wish was the manager's skipper.
I think he takes from Lou Piniella.
I think so too.
I think just by looking at his body language, he actually tries.
I agree on that part.
I think he's heavily underrated. Now, I even liked him when he was bad. I don't even know why. Maybe it's because of all nostalgia. Oh, she moved out.
Mm-hmm. How can you not tell? How could you not tell that she moved out right? What kind of bar is Charlie Sheen at, by the way, when he's the only one there? I'm very curious.
Maybe it's the hotel right across the street from the stadium.
You mind if I join you?
Her hair is ridiculous, okay? Her hair looks stupid. I know it's the 1980s, but I actually think that's an actual ridiculous style.
I don't like it.
Mm-mm. Oh, I just noticed that his earring actually has the peace logo on it.
Didn't notice. I didn't even notice he had earrings.
You could use it for.
I don't even think that's a real earring. Check.
Just to think this was right before the game.
Right. See, her hair looks better like that.
I don't even like that kind of hair, but that was probably its trend back in the 80s.
Oh boy. Suzanne Dorn.
Oh no. I mean,
Okay, first of all, I get that your husband is a cheating bastard, but you're a slut now. Okay? You're no better than your husband. Bitch. Wait a minute, Jake and him are roommates?
how did I even notice? How did he not notice that? Uh-oh, here
Wow.
it is.
She's not even wearing makeup right now.
That's how angry she is.
There's something I'd like to tell you.
What?
I fucked Ricky Vaughn.
No, I actually like the way he said, I have something to tell you. What?
What do you think she actually said?
I have no clue what she said.
I fucked Ricky Vaughn.
Oh boy, sacrifice a
chicken.
live chicken.
Jake
Oh,
really
boy.
handled that well, where he was like, "Yeah, just go to the bullpen."
Oh,
when
for crap's
KFC
sakes,
was actually
no!
good.
If you're, actually, I'm not gonna lie. Here's the thing. Back then, Kentucky Fried Chicken was good.
It was amazing in the 90s, and then after 2000, something happened.
Actually, hold on a second. Let me just quote you on that. So after 2006, Kentucky Fried Chicken started going downhill.
What do you think it was?
I think the reason behind it all was Colonel Sanders had passed away, and they
just lost the touch.
I think what they did was they changed the recipe. But no, KFC chicken in the 90s was
amazing.
Was perhaps one of the best fried chicken of all time.
Now my favorite belongs to Popeyes.
Oh my God. You blasphemous son of a bitch.
Oh, just this environment that we're looking at. This is how we felt as Mariner fans last year.
Oh my God. With that Cal Raleigh walk-off.
Even before that, like just the leading up, like the environment, it felt like a playoff atmosphere that night.
So here's an interesting fact that they actually, everything that you see in this final game was filmed for 4 nights. It took 4 nights to film it all, and they actually asked over, I think, 47,000 people to actually turn up to the stadium. It says Cleveland.
I remember when we met, when we were doing the Seahawks commercial shoot, that was only for like a couple hours.
That was, yeah.
And that was free.
But here's the thing. They actually had CGI to put in the fans at that point. Also,
CGI?
Yeah, they were. I also recognize that they put Cleveland Municipal Stadium, and they're in Milwaukee right now. They are in Milwaukee.
What bothers me more was they went to the Camden Yards for Major League 2.
Oh yeah,
That one.
Wait a minute. Why aren't you doing push-ups? You popped one up.
Roger Dorn making a play.
Roger Dorn laying his body out for the team.
Oh, another curveball.
No, actually, yeah, that is so hilarious of how in Major League 2 they went from Milwaukee
to Baltimore. And then 2 years later, the Cleveland Browns moved to Baltimore. So technically in the 90s, 2 Cleveland teams moved to Baltimore.
I mean, that's just ironic as hell.
And there was a scene where the Cleveland Indians were playing Baltimore in Camden Yards as Cleveland was the home team. More ironic. Harris is doing pretty well. And, there it goes.
Oh
Rachel
boy,
Felt and a big smile.
that may be a home run.
I think so.
Is it just me, or does Miller Lite have a lot of product placement in this movie?
They really put in a lot of money into this movie, didn't they?
Well, I mean, look at it this way. Bob Uecker at the time was one of their spokesmen.
So that would make sense. Oh, Jake Taylor's hobbling.
Oh, I remember when catchers used to wear their catcher's helmets as their actual batting helmets.
Oh, did they?
They used to do that.
Even Dan Wilson?
Not Wilson.
Dan Wilson went down because of bad knees, because he was carrying that position way too long.
He really was.
He should have been a backup catcher like after 98 or 99, because he was gone.
By the way, I just noticed that the pitcher for the Yankees is wearing. Okay, real quickly, that the first look on that scene, that wasn't Dorn running it. Oh my God! And Pedro Serrano still has the golf club sleeve
that he stole from Roger Dorn.
Yeah. But anyway, so like I was saying, so the pitcher for the Yankees actually has Converse cleats.
Pedro.
Oh, so when he... Shut the fuck up, Willie. Got him a live chick. So a really fun fact about this. So earlier in the podcast, I said how all the home runs that Dennis hit were actual home runs. And this one was the best home run that they filmed.
Did he actually hit it out of the stadium?
He did. They said he actually hit it out of the stadium.
That must have been really fun to watch if you're in the crowd.
But think about this. Think about this. If you are Dennis in this situation and you actually hit a home run out of a major league ballpark, do you know how? See, this
and that was on a curveball.
But look at that. I mean, tell me that's not crushed.
That definitely got to hit a car.
And then he's carrying the bat around the bases.
He's just so excited he couldn't drop it.
I would love to see a major league ball player do that in person. Just carry the bat all around the damn bases. Joe Boo. Yeah.
He did it without Joe Boo.
Oh, God.
Oh, I like this part. Like, fuck off.
Blowing raspberries at her.
And just to count, how many views do you have it on your end?
I got 2.
Nice.
So right now, funnily enough, is yesterday's podcast is almost at 50 views. So we're almost halfway to 100 views from yesterday's. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh no.
Oh, men at second and third.
So yeah, one of the other baseball films that Dennis that Dennis Haysbert played in was Mr. Baseball with Tom Selleck. And so out of all the baseball films that I've seen, for some reason, Mr. Baseball, even though it's one of the most underrated baseball films of all time, it's one of my favorites.
Ball 4.
Yep.
Eddie Harris has pretty much lost it.
And your night is done, dude. Here comes the manager. Looking a little tired.
No, you don't.
I was going to say you don't have enough for even one pitch.
For Clue Haywood.
So fun fact is that Ross actually said after this, when he walked off the mound that night, it was the fourth night that they were filming, and he had thrown over 200 pitches in 4 nights, and he said his arm was hurting badly. Wild thing. Miller Lite, great taste, less filling.
She really hates that song. The Japanese groundskeeper singing it in Japanese.
It just cracks me up. She's like, I hate this fucking song. See, why the hell can't we do this at T-Mobile Park? Where
When did the Indians start doing this in the 90s?
they did that in the 90s, where they allowed fans to dance on the top of the dugouts.
No, I'm talking about the wild thing for like Jose Mesa or something. In the
Did
90s.
they actually start doing that with Jose
No,
Mesa?
they didn't. I'm saying they should have.
Oh God.
Although Jose Mesa was awful.
I can already tell that Lou Brown has like the biggest dip in his mouth right now. Back when you were allowed to actually have a dip in your mouth as a ball player.
Yep, and then some guy named Sean Marseille died from doing all that shit. If you heard of that story.
I have actually heard of that story, of course.
Pretty terrifying. You see the picture when he was 18 and when he's 19, he's just completely different. And what's scarier is that was the picture right before he died. Like,
it's literally terrifying. It really is terrifying. I mean, so I just looked this up. So because Bob Uecker did this movie and because Bob Uecker was part of Miller Lite actually asked the company, they asked Paramount, and they asked the movie for product placement in the movie. Strike this motherfucker out. So I always thought it was funny because of I saw so many Miller Lites in this movie, and I saw so many ads, and they actually came to Paramount and asked if they could do product placement. Still there, Rooftop?
I am still there.
Oh, okay.
Loud and clear.
Okay. Damn, dude, just spitting so much dip.
It's gross.
So this is where they said that Charlie Sheen's fastball actually topped out at 90 miles an hour. Was in this situation. And they did 2 nights of filming with this. I think that's hilarious of how they did 2 nights of filming. For what? 3
they said.
Yeah, for what? I think it's just funny of how they did 2 nights of filming with this when it was 2 minutes?
Damn. So much editing too.
I was going to say.
And editing back then was not that easy to do.
No, you need to give some credit to the people who actually did the editing. Give them the heater.
Oh, Jake Taylor trying to throw him off.
Maybe I ought to try something different this time.
Oh, spitting in slow motion, I think. Yep, he did it.
That is so gross. I'm not even gonna lie. I do a little bit. Jesus Christ.
Wilson gloves.
Yeah, baby. Wilson gloves.
Which one do you think is better, Spalding or Wilson?
Wilson. 101.
I have an Adidas glove and it was a mistake.
So think about this. If you were in 1989 and you looked up at the scoreboard and it said 101 on the radar gun, you were witnessing history because no pitcher could reach that in 1989.
Nolan Ryan.
Not even Nolan Ryan. Nolan Ryan was top
108.
No, Nolan Ryan did not reach 108.
But
Jesus Christ, Monty. He just went straight for the Jack Daniels.
Oh, fly ball. Could this be it? Could this go? Nope.
Oh, you didn't even need a jump, dude. You had to play.
I would have jumped. The Duke.
Yep, here comes the Duke. Damn, so much booing. I feel like he's a member of the Astros. I don't think Josh is going to like that at all.
Mm-mm. Here comes Willie. He's batting .291. I wonder how many stolen bases he got that season.
Well, he said he bought 100 of the gloves, so he probably got 100.
Ricky Henderson style.
I think he was out, actually. I'm not going to lie. I think he was out.
Out. We got Jake Taylor.
Oh, my God. And those old-fashioned bat donuts.
What were those even for? I never got those. I never understood those.
So what bat donuts were used for? About 90 feet. Yeah, what bat donuts were used for and what they're still used for is it's a technique that you put the weighted donut on your bat and it helps you speed up your bat speed because you're swinging an extra 5 or 10 pounds.
Huge lead.
That is a gigantic lead. You will never see a major leaguer take that type of a lead unless they threw over for the second time. I just love seeing Chief Wahoo everywhere. Dude, just keeping a sharp eye on him, and you don't think he's going to go?
He doesn't want to burn time. Should have just kept throwing at him.
Yep. Oh, he's out.
Big.
That jump was not great. Okay? He's out. Any normal major league ball player is out.
Barely makes it.
I was going to say, yeah, he barely made it to second base. So apparently what a lot of the extras in this movie, when the Cleveland Indians changed their name from the Cleveland Guardians to the Cleveland Indians, 100 of the extras in this movie received a ton of Chief Wahoo gear from the team for free.
Hey.
Look at Luke. Oh. He's chewing the fattest dip in the world. All right. What are you going to do, Jake?
The Babe Ruth.
Yeah, he's just gonna go Babe Ruth style.
The Babe Ruth thing was all fake and like a hoax or something. I heard there's still not like sufficient evidence if he actually did. Still could just be a legend.
Ooh, that was lame as hell, and that was intentional.
That was intentional. Trying to throw him off.
Bring that shit to me, man. I just saw a sign in the background. It said Indian Power with Chief Wahoo. It was a really bad drawn Chief Wahoo.
Yeah, I missed the Wahoo.
They're clapping with their hammers or shovels. Excuse me, not hammers.
Oh, that construction guy in the bar.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Shut the fuck up, Alexa.
Good thing she didn't hear that.
Oh, I just noticed that they're using Mizuno batting gloves. First of all, Willie got a horrible jump.
That was a bad jump. Yeah, you're right. Brilliant play, though.
I was going to say, like, dude, they're playing so far back.
The
Why
Jake
not
Taylor
bunt?
runs is realistic. I will say that. That is realistic.
So Tom actually said that he hurt his ankle on this play because he was running so hard.
I wonder how many was this. Please tell me this was all in one shot or one take.
It was one take. They
Okay,
said that
good.
so the first take that they did was the one that they did.
By now.
I was going to say,
he should have been home standing up.
oh, he's out. Never mind.
He should have been out.
Save.
I wonder if
And
you're
just
in the movie
Willie,
theater-
just like
I wonder
dancing
if you were in the
around.
movie theater in Cleveland. I wonder if how thunderous those cheers would have been if you're in Cleveland watching that movie live.
I actually read somewhere that the second screening in Cleveland, they went crazy because a lot of Indians fans attended the movie and they thought it was an actual game.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
They're
how
like,
they felt.
but no, I mean, so they did 3 total takes with Tom on running because Tom had said that
He had to get that out of this system.
you slept with my wife. I get to punch you in the face.
Okay, fair enough. But I didn't know.
I was going to say, like, if I was... There she is. Don't you remember the good old times when fans got to run onto the field and celebrate with the teams?
They weren't exactly allowed because of after 1976 when the Yankees.
Yeah.
That's and the one
Look-
and the one in 1995. The fans when Randy.
By the
Johnson-
way, look at the beer tent. Did you just see the beer tender in the background? It's the top. It's the bottom of the 9th, and they're still selling beer.
not great.
Man, I bet a lot of people wish that was still around.
For sure. And look at that. It's over.
And that, ladies and germs, is Major League. What a movie it was. What a comeback it was for the Cleveland Indians. So,
How nostalgic.
oh, yeah, very nostalgic. Well, because Rooftop Mariner is the guest, he's going to be the one giving the first score. And remember, any score is plausible, whether it's a 1.3 or a 9.9. But Rooftop, take it away, my friend.
Oh, I'm not really the one for ratings, but it's definitely somewhere in the 9s. I'm going to say 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. So, Rooftop just gave his rating, and so it's my turn to give my rating. And I'm not gonna lie, this movie gets an incredible. This movie has always been one of my favorite baseball films of all time, and I think it should go down as one of the top 5 baseball films of all time. So this movie to me gets a 9.5 out of 10.
9.5.
So with Rooftop giving a 9 out of 10 and me giving a 9.5, this movie gets a nice solid 9.2 out of 10. So our scoring system is this. If anything gets above a 7, it's worth watching again and again and again. But that's going to do it for this episode of Ready, Set, Action Commentaries. But guess what? Next Sunday, me and Rooftop here will be back. We're going to be doing Major League 2. We're going to be finishing off the doubleheader. Ironic that I'm using a baseball term for baseball movies. But
before you go, we have got to do the statistics of every player that we've had.
No,
And
that's gonna run.
Do that?
That's gonna run us a little bit too long, unfortunately.
We'll pick one player. We just choose a player and we go from there. Like,
okay, do you want to know what player I'm very curious about?
Yeah, go ahead.
Jake Taylor. I would love to know his stats for this.
I'll say Jake Taylor. I think he was 15 home runs, somewhere maybe in the 70s RBIs, and his batting average I would say was around 260s.
I want to go like slightly lower with the batting average. I think he was in the mid 250s. That's just me. But anyway, that's going to do it for this episode of Ready, Set, Action Commentaries. But be sure to join us next Sunday because me and Rooftop, we're going to be back here doing the Major League 2 movie. And also, don't forget, next Saturday, this upcoming Saturday, me and Anika, we're starting the Back to the Future trilogy. So be sure to tune into that. But for me and Rooftop, guess what? That is a cut, wrap, and print.